Hi guys, I'm Uncle Richie.
Yo, what up? JMoney's back.
And this is C10. And you're listening to the Unkles Podcast.
Welcome back to the Unkles Podcast, where we celebrate the diversity of unique individuals from PNG and share their amazing stories. On today's episode, it's just Richard and I. Hello, Richie. How are you, brother?
Yeah, JMoney. I'm good, bro. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. I've seen you we had a few people that have come and been interviewed over the last couple of weeks. So last week we had Millie on the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, she's got an amazing story to share and like such a good episode. And what was it like having a chat to her?
Oh man, it was really good. Just the amount of, setbacks she had over, her span of training for boxing, and then being able to bounce back and have that first fight and then get the win. To hear that just, gave me motivation to go through my week and, get to the gym or go for a walk or, do some sort of physical activity.
Yeah. No, that's so good, bro. Just understanding like different stories from different people and like having someone from the boxing side of things where we've had like obviously a few Kumu players and a few people that worked in like, different spaces. It's good to have that different stories to tell for like, guests that are coming on today's on the episodes that we have. Before we kick on from today's episode, we like to start off with the Uncle's Word of the Week.
Yes, boy, Word of the Week.
What is your Uncle's Word of the Week?
Oh, wow. Okay, if I reflect on the last week, I think, it'd have to be kindness. Kindness. Yeah. And I tell you why, because this morning I walked Astro, who's our little dog, and I was actually walking, just doing my normal round around the field at Banyo, and this old couple, were walking towards me, and, they were like full smiling and said, "Good morning, how are you?" And like, that little bit of kindness, literally that just changed my morning. I was just, after they said that, I was just like, wow, that like, you never really notice how much, a good morning or, how are you can affect you. But this morning when I walked past them and they said that, I was like, that felt good. Yeah,
that's a great word of the week. Kindness.
Yeah,
kindness. For me, it's around the same thing, but it's about care. I think when we care about something, we invest time and effort into it. And like, I think a couple of weeks ago, you mentioned where work's been pretty busy for you and you had you had a weekend away. And I think for me, work's been busy, but like if you care about work or if you care about the things outside of work, you'll just put your time and effort into it. And like the podcast, we care about it and we're putting time and effort into it. So yeah, that's my word of the week. I also saw the vlog that you had where you went to Lemonades.
Hey,
oh, shout out to, Rachel and I are gonna go and check it out because it's at Jindalee, which is just not up the road, but sort of near us. So we might
you gotta go. They're open tomorrow. I think closed today.
Yeah,
but tomorrow get there. It's, bro,
cassava cake.
Oh,
chicken and chips.
Chicken and chips. The lamb flat. I don't know what they use on that marinade, but succulent.
Oh,
juicy,
so good,
so yummy. Just perfect. Yeah.
Well, that was good, and I think that's also another thing about like just going there and supporting like businesses that like that are out there and doing like their best to kind of it's one of those things where sometimes, particularly with like food trucks and stuff like that, there'll be days where you'll have like quite a few busy people, but like these guys seem to know what they're doing. And like when they showed a post that I looked at the other day, and it just like it seemed like people are just coming in, sitting around the table and ordering. Like just really good to see, like, And is this the first time that they've had like a pop-up like this? I know they're at Independence Day and stuff like that here in.
Yep. So they started off back a couple of years ago, just in a little canopy set up at Independence Day, and then they just realized the amount of people that were ordering, and so they ran their business, made lots of sales, and they got to a point where they could buy their own sort of food truck.
Yeah.
And then now they're set up at ARB Jindalee every weekend. And they do the catering events. They do, Independence Day, other things. So, even if you have a big family gathering, you can reach out to them and they'll cook, lamb flaps for your chicken and chips, cassava cake, whatever it is. Follow their social media pages and keep up to date.
Yeah, woo, let's go. It was really good to watch.
Yeah.
Well, for this week's topic, we've got it's the start of the Pacific Championship. So the NRL season's obviously over. Shout out to the Panthers for winning. Actually, I didn't know if I wanted them to win.
Yeah,
but I did. But my multi did.
SGM.
Gamble responsibly, everyone, as we always say. So with the season coming to an end, the Pacific Championships are coming up, and there's two different tournaments that are currently happening. So they've got the Pacific Championships, which is between Australia, New Zealand, and Tonga.
Yep.
Samoa doesn't participate because they've got a tour of England.
Yep.
And then in the Pacific Bowl, we've got the Cook Islands, Fiji, and PNG. And so they've dropped their squads, and I just thought on today's episode we can just chat through the squad. So we might start off with the Pacific Championship, which is Australia, Tonga, and New Zealand, and I'll just run through the list of players. And I kind of wanted to ask you, how you think the tournament will go, who will win, and who are the players to watch.
Yeah.
So in the Australian squad, they've got Mitch Barnett. So this is his first tournament.
Yep.
Matt Burton, he's been in and around the squad. Bradman Best, first one too as well.
Wow.
Patrick Carrigan. A surprising one for me here is Xavier Coates. But I think he's been playing good enough footy to sort of be in the contention there to get selected to play. Yeah. Lindsay Collins, Ruben Cotter, Angus Crichton, Tom Dearden, Dylan Edwards, Harry Grant, Ben Hunt, Zach Lomax. Liam Martin was named, but I think he is injured. He got injured. Shoulder, yeah. So he's out of the squad that I've got, but I think Hudson Young's coming in.
Yep.
Mitchell Moses, which is contentious because a lot of people are he hasn't played a single game since State of Origin 3.
Yeah.
But Mel said the squad has been selected based on the form that they showed in Origin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Cameron Murray, Reece Robson, the number 9 from the...
Solid.
Yep, Cowboys. And then Lindsay Smith, which is the 15 for Panthers.
Yep.
He started the game, I believe, and then Luke Garner came off the bench because they did a complete swap. But he's a good footballer, honest footballer. And then Hamaso Tabuai-Fudo, Tom Trbojevic, and Isaiah Yeo is the captain.
Yeah, perfect.
I might go through this list and then I'll go to the other two lists.
Yes,
and then we'll just chat through them. So that was the Aussie squad. And then for the Kiwis, it's a solid team too as well. So they've got Aaron Clark from the Titans, Phoenix Crossland, who plays for Knights, James Fisher-Harris is their captain, Peter Hiku, Jerome Hughes, but I think he's injured. So Sean Johnson comes back.
Oh, gets the call up.
Gets the call up. And then Jermaine Asako, Kiona Kinney is from the Titans. And then Casey McLean, Griffin Neem, Chance Nicol Clockstack, Cody Nikarima, Marata Nikora, Isaiah Papali'i, Jordan Ricky is on that team. Scott Sorensen had a good grand final. Joseph Tapane, Leo Thompson is a good forward from the Knights, and then and then Matt Timoko, Trent Tolau. I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Tolau.
Yeah. Who's he play for?
I don't want to get this wrong.
Yeah,
I think he's on
fringe
for Penrith.
Okay. And then Will Rolbeck, who's had a good, and then Nafua White from the Roosters. So
Wow.
And Tonga, I'm actually really stoked with Tonga's squad. I think they've got a really decent squad. Their forward pack's probably the best out of everyone currently, based on club form.
That's scary.
Yeah. So they got Paul Alamoti, And then I don't know, Fina Fakui. And then Aiden Fanua Blake, he's their captain. Sevilla Havili. Lehigh Hopawade, who's the young gun from the Manly. Yeah. And then Isaiah. Yeah, I can't pronounce some of these names. Isaiah
Katoa.
No,
Iongi.
Yeah. Isaiah Katoa, Elise Katoa, Sione Katoa, Felice Kafusi, which is a good sort of choice there, and then Keon Kalamatangi, bro, he's gone, man. Tolu Kola from the Manly Seagulls, Sione Luke, Tui Lolohia from the Super League,
yep.
And then Hamole Olakalatu, bro, gone.
Justin Olam killer.
And then Teniela Pasaka from the Manly Seagulls too as well. And then Moses Suli, Jason Tamalolo, Daniel Tupou.
Tubes.
Sili Tupanua.
So good.
And then Sua Wong. Oh, he's wrong.
Sua Wong,
tight man, bro.
Yeah.
So I think who out of that squad, like obviously we know Australia and New Zealand, they're gonna be putting their gun team on there, but who do you think wins the championship, and who's the sort of top 3 players to watch from each squad?
Man, okay, you gotta just the Aussie team, man, because they always do well in these championships. Mainly because the type of players that they have, and right there, majority of that side is Blues, and you've got guys who played with each other through the Origin series, and are gonna play with each other again. Whereas New Zealand and Tonga, they didn't have that luxury of playing like the Kangaroos did in that period, so there is a bit of team chemistry. Obviously, though, when Pacific Islanders suit up and play for their country, they turn into
Superman,
different beasts. Like it's just something else. But I think the Kangaroos are going to be clinical. Looks like they picked a side of hard workers. Yeah, because you look at it, it's like Isaiah, Dylan Edwards, Reece Robson, and then you got Moses, who's going to just pull the strings. Like those guys are hard workers. Even Paddy Carrigan's a hard worker. They don't have anyone with like real flair. Yeah. Like a Reece Walsh or a Kalen Ponga.
Yes.
But they've just got hard workers, bro. And I think if there's anything that's going to get them across the line, it's going to be that. Because they're going to be clinical. Lindsay Collins will run at you. That Penrith forward, he'll go at you hard, and then you'll have like Lomax and Xavier Coates to just finish it off at the end. So
that's a good point, because I feel like this team's picked a lot of people in the Aussie team around pace and hard workers. Like you look at their outside back, like Xavier Coates is super quick. Hamaso Tabuafido, Zach Lomax.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, and then like even Tom Trbojevic, and then they've got Bradman Best and
Best.
So it's I think they win the championship. Yeah. Kiwis and Tonga will have good games, but I think, to your point, clinical, played together before. And then I think the player to watch for me is Xavier Coates. I think he'll score the most tries.
Yeah, wow.
I think this is his time where he's got given an Aussie jersey for the first time. Yeah. Obviously, he's represented Kumals before, but I think at the time where he's about to sort of go into his next phase of the career, like I think he didn't have a good grand final. Just because Storm targeted him a lot, but a couple of the big runs that he had at Cleary were solid. Bro. Like he just targeted Cleary and just went after him.
Some monster runs. Yeah. Like that whole final series, when he got back from injury, he has just been playing out of his skin. Yeah. His runs out of the red zone have been really, really good. Him and Warbrick.
Yes. There'll be a good battle between the two if they play against each other.
Yeah, I think that's another exciting matchup. Yeah. But I guess my player that player to watch is Hammer.
Oh.
You gotta, now that he's gonna be in a team with superstars. Yeah. And to see him, get given the keys to maybe move around a little bit.
Yeah.
Or like just in broken play, in the green and gold jumper, he's going to look so quick.
Yeah, let's go. Well, the first game would, I think Australia win the first game. But it's hard to kind of tell how many games each team will win.
Yeah.
To kind of get to a point where they, but hopefully it's a close competition because Australia will play Tonga and they play each other like once or twice, I think, and then they progress to like whoever has the most points, 1 and 2 will play each other in the final.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I think the third place in this or the second place plays the winner of the Pacific Bowl, which is between, so it'd be good like if PNG gets an opportunity to play against someone like New Zealand or Tonga.
Yeah.
Interesting, yeah. So the next team that we wanted to look on is the Fiji team. So this team will be playing against PNG, Cook Islands in the Pacific Bowl.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of games up in PNG at Centaur Stadium, which would be really good. Last year, success there because the Fijian team went to Hohola, which is the suburb. Bro, they went around and like it was just so good to see the pictures there and
so nice.
Yeah, unreal. So, but yeah, the Fiji team pretty NRL stacked. They've got Sunia Turuva, Semi Velame, Micah Sivo, Tane Mill, Jethro Rina Kama. Michael Jennings is in the squad. Kevin Ikwama, Wanga Blake, Kurt Donahue, Caleb Neville, Kitoni Katonga, Viliami Kikau, Tui Kamakamika.
Hey.
Bro, he's a gun. And Jordan Miller, Nathan Kirk-Smith. Some of these guys, I'm not really sure who they are from like what junior squad, but it's good to see them get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Like Kalen Mofaoa, Ben... I can't pronounce this guy's name. Nick
Nakabuai.
Yeah, Nakabuai. Yeah, Richard, you should be calling out these names and then. But yeah, from that Fijian squad. I think they're gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah.
But if we go through the other squads too as well, from the Cook Islands perspective, like they got Brad Takarangi, David Moale.
Yeah.
Hisen Masters.
Yeah.
Calling out a few names here, like Michaeli Morgan. Do you know what club he plays for?
No.
Yeah, some of these players like
there's a few that I think are sprinkled, like New South Wales Cup, Q Cup.
Yeah.
And a handful from the Super League.
Okay.
We wouldn't know.
No, and I think I'm also excited to see like Xavier Wilminson. Like
the Bronco
Willinson, yeah, because he's been touted as the next replacement to sort of step into the shoe that I guess Flagler left when he went to the Dolphins.
Yep.
But I think injuries this season and then he hasn't been playing that well. And I think also when you play off the back of like someone like Petty Carrigan and Payne Haas, it's such a big shoe, like such big shoes to fill.
Yeah, it is.
If they go out and have like a solid, well, Petty plays 80 minutes, but like from Payne Haas's perspective, like he's doing so much work, like you have to sort of go to another level to like be on par with him. Yeah. Because he's just set such a high standard. But yeah, finally looking at the Kumul's team, I'm pretty like stoked about this team. Although I would have loved to see like some of the like I would have loved to see Xavier Coates and in there. Yeah. And also like Alex Johnston, but I think they're both injured. Oh well, like Coates getting picked for Australia and Johnson did his medial crucial
Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
So that's like 6 months.
Yeah,
injury.
but they've got like Jacob Alec, Ila Alu, who's the captain of the Hunters.
Yeah.
Koso Bendy.
Yeah.
He's a Ghana big boy. Jack DeBellin. It's good to see him sort of like embrace, because his grandma grew up in PNG, and I think through that, you can claim to play for the Kumuls.
That's awesome.
That's and then, yes, Robert Davey.
Yeah.
Oh, Derby, sorry?
Derby, yeah.
Cowboys. Liam Horn. Shout out Liam Horn. Bro, He's was the vice captain of the PNG's Prime Minister's 13, and fuck, he's a gun, man. Like, went to Wavell here in Brisbane. Such a like, I think he's from Hula too as well. So I would love to have him on the podcast too as well. Whenever
he's a Brisbane local. He follows us actually.
Yeah, shout out.
So really happy to see.
Yeah, and also so that his brother played in the junior Kumals too as well.
Yes.
So both of them are fucking killing it, man. Shout out, guys.
They'll both be playing Kumals together. One day.
And then Edwin Ipop, bro, he's killing the Super League, man.
Best 9 in the world, or what?
I would love to see him get tested out in the NRL, like see how he goes, man.
Oh man,
like they were saying, Manly or Dragons could have used him. Imagine like him sliding into playing the Dragons. So you got Ben Hunt, him. But I think the Dragons sound cookie, so it'd be hard to, And then Lachlan Lamb picks himself. Kyle Abart, shout out Kyle Abart. Reece Martin,
tackler.
Alex Max, Nene McDonald also came into the squad.
Nene.
Sylvester Namo, Valentine Richards. Oh, he's solid bugger too as well. Judah Rambu.
Hey, Q Cup Player of the Year.
Oh, wrong man.
Shit, he's the man.
The arrow, like he just goes.
Hunter, baby, Hunter.
Elijah Roltinger.
Bro, big guy. Center,
he's big center. And then Dan Russell from the Dragons.
Yes.
Jeremiah Simbikin. Shout out, brother. Like, congrats on the state championships and the Intra Super Cup, man.
Yeah, he's been following us as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get him on soon.
Yes.
Because he's had a really, really good year.
Yeah. Like if you're on like the squad list for the Dolphins, like you would have been across what, you know, Wayne does in
100%.
Some good players like Flagler, or not Flagler, but like, you know, like Kafusi or Jesse Bromwich or like you know, the other Bromwich brother. Like, it's just there's a solid squad out there that, like, you know, I think next year is gonna be huge for them. Like, new coach, Wayne's left. They're gonna, like, we can show that we can do things without Wayne. You know, that's their mentality that they're gonna have, and I think they'll go huge.
They got a bit of a point to prove.
Yeah. And then Roderick Tai, Sonny Wabo, bro. I love this guy.
Wabo, man.
Bro, he's like
electric.
Oh, yeah. There's another fullback called Morea, and he got injured. Yeah. And then Sonny got an opportunity, and he's just taken that opportunity and just gone. Like, he's just
run with it.
Yeah.
Like, he just hasn't let.
Nah. And then I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. Kyle Wembo, yeah. Like, big
unit. Plays for the Central Queensland Capras.
Oh yeah.
He used to play. He went from Digicel Cup straight to Capras. They got him, and he's a thick boy. So I really want to see him. See how he was. I haven't seen him play.
Yeah, I think, and I'm not being biased, but I think we win the ball again.
I really do hope so. I am. The thing we always do because with the Fijians, they have all the strike weapons across the field, right? But the thing that lets them down is their halves.
Yes.
They always. I'm glad Uppy's not there.
Is
he in the squad?
No, he's not.
Yeah, because usually he's their best player, standout player, and at 9 he controls it very well. But they just don't have a spine. Because you need to lead those boys around the park.
Yeah,
like, you can only have so many Micah Sivo and Wanga Blake runs.
Yeah,
but you know the Kumul boys, we fucking love tackling.
Yes,
we love tackling.
Yeah,
so.
that's actually probably our point of difference is we've got a good 9. A solid Lachlan Lamb, like, played for the Roosters. I think he's thinking about coming back to the and then like Sonny Wabo at fullback, and then this Judah
Labour and Rimbu and Horn, bro.
Oh, bro, yeah.
We got options.
Yeah, I think Liam will most likely be used as a
lock.
Yeah,
that's what I've been reading.
Yeah,
seeing,
because he did have Judah and Edwin sort of like rotating, and then like I think he's also got his like right to push for, because he's like his ruck speed, like coming in like 20 minutes before the second half, or 15 minutes before the half ends, and then just running a mark through the middle, like,
oh, bro, it's perfect for him. The way he plays his game.
I think we've got like 6, like more NRL players in that squad just helps. So I think, my player to watch in the Kumul's team was probably Sonny Wabo. I think he'll have a good one. Like, I think he's just taking all these opportunities. And even Jeremiah, like Simbican, he scored a try in the grand final, didn't he? Like, and then like had a good game against the top team from the New South Wales, because they come back from like, I think it was like 6 or like 12 or 16 points behind.
Yeah,
and
bro,
then they won
the
final like with like 80 seconds to go or 90 seconds to go, and they just went in front. So like, gone.
Yeah, he's on a high at the moment. I think, you know, he'd be my player to watch. And one of the hunters actually, Alex Max.
Yeah, okay.
He's scored a solid try against the North Devils.
Oh,
he was
yes.
in the second half.
Showed and go.
Bro. That was him. And
put the highlight here.
We'll put the highlight now. But apparently I've been hearing words out of the Hunters that he was on track to be like their best player of the year, but unfortunately had an injury where he was off for like 10 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And then comes back that game against the Devils and scores that try, you know, over halfway. Literally just breaks the line, palms someone in the face and scores. Like, Alex Max.
Let's go.
One to remember. We keep... There are so many of these Justin Olam type centers.
Yeah.
And he's one of them.
Olam's not in the team too as well. That's another thing that we...
Yeah. I think he's got his ankle cleaned out or something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's been
because he had to get... Yeah. A lot of fluid build up in there, yeah.
Yeah, ankle or knee, something like that. But he's had a few tough years, so...
Yeah.
I think the Tigers
want him to get sorted. Yeah.
Just relax.
Because he'd be on like 450, 500K a season.
Oh, bro.
Which is a decent amount of money.
He's premiership winning center, man.
Yeah.
Like, scored that first try in that GF against the Panthers.
Yeah.
You know, when they were, before they went on that run. So,
Olam.
The Penny Panther killer.
Yeah. Looking forward to it and seeing how the championships goes.
Yeah. I am a bit cautious about Cook Islands though. They, just by looking at their team now, like they got Davey Moale.
Yes.
They got a few more NRL players.
That's true. Xavier Williamson.
Yeah, Williamson. Like I just hope that, because we always go into Fiji knowing that it's going to be a war. I just hope that Jason Demetrio talks to the boys and is like, gets their head screwed on for that Cook Islands game, because we can't lie down.
No.
Or we can't go into it thinking that it's going to be a walk in the park.
Yeah. And they've got 6 or 7 NRL players too as well, which is super, super good for, and it's even good for Pacific Rugby growing the game when you have NRL players backing up.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of having like Jeremiah Simbican on the podcast, like I think I wanted to touch on that because I feel like that's why when you shared that video on our Instagram about why, like, we want to use this platform to kind of bring people like that can share their experiences on the podcast and kind of demonstrate like whatever struggle or whatever thing you choose to go and do in life. Like, there's always like ways to, like, you'll have always setbacks. You'll always have setbacks.
Yeah.
And to overcome those setbacks, you just have to, you'll go through challenges. And I think, like for him, like he would have had exposure to the Redcliffe squad, but then like not get picked to go into the squad, but then like he's gone and worked his ass off in the Intra Super Cup, played some really good footy to put himself in the contention to go there. So like even having people like that to come and talk about their challenges, and that's the reason why we wanted to have this podcast, is so that we can, use this as a platform to share, people's experience, not just our own, but other people's experience, to kind of talk to us about why they've done something and what challenges they've gone through to overcome those things. And like with the guests that you've had on the last couple of weeks, like it's just good to hear their stories, like Charmaine's story, like a couple of weeks ago, Millie's story. Like it's just, it's a good platform for us to kind of lay on and then get many more people to kind of come and share their podcast. Because I think eventually we want to grow it out to have like Pacific Islanders come on the podcast not just
100%.
PNG people where we can, but then they still have connections to PNG, you know, whether it's our friends or like the people that we've become close to, where anyone that has a connection to PNG comes and shares their story, you know?
Yeah.
Which is what I feel like we're sort of trajectorying towards.
Yeah. That's spot on, because the reason why we started it was to, I guess, tell our own story in the hope that, you know, younger Papua New Guineans that were coming through, they could listen to us, learn from us, and go, oh, they did that, so maybe I should do this, or maybe I shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
You know, the trials and tribulations of us, you know, going through school and uni, and figuring out what to do here in Australia. And like you said, that sort of bounced off, and now we're at a place where we can bring people on and interview them. And I was just thinking about it the other day, like now at 74 episodes or whatever it is, it's basically like a library now on YouTube or Spotify. Like you can go in there and scroll down to whatever guest or whatever sort of topic you want to listen to, and listen to us. Like we're building that thing where, say if a young 13, 14-year-old kid wants to play for the Kumals, then, you know, you go listen to Trevor Exton and you hear his advice on what he did, or, you know, what to do to become a Kumal. Or if you want to listen to someone like Victoria Kamen, who's, you know, nurse, entrepreneur, midwife, you know, for any boys, girls out there that want to go down the health side, especially in PNG, because she went back and worked there too. You know, there's so many different things.
Amelia Cook, like her story.
Yeah, bro. So we're really building a platform, a library. It's almost like a database for young Papua New Guineans. And, you know, if you want to go in there and listen, because I'm sure you will learn one or two things.
Exactly. And on that note, go and listen to our podcast. No, thank you, bro. That's actually, so good. Like I think we're, we started something now, and we might as we'll just keep going with it, because it's already, like said, we've already built this library. Like let's just make it bigger, you know. So
and I think an exciting part that adds a different side to the uncles as well is the vlogs. It really just shows another side to us, and, you know, our lives here in Brisbane. You know, the activities we get up to, and also we want to like support. Like the most recent one, Lemonade's opening. We really want to support our local sort of PNG business owners
that are doing well,
doing amazing things. Like that's just a great example of, you know, for someone who's like struggling to find your place in like Brisbane or Australia, wherever you are. Like Lemonade is a great example of, you know, those guys they're not chefs or anything. They're not. You know, they weren't doing food like ages ago. They still got their 9-to-5s, but now they've built Lemonades up to a place where they don't have to work anymore, and they can just fully focus on, you know, cooking some amazing lamb flaps for people.
Oh, so looking forward to trying it out.
Oh, bro. it's amazing.
Yeah. No, thank you, bro. And that brings us to the conclusion of today's episode. Everyone, go and listen to the library of episodes that we have, and gain some knowledge. Like we've gained knowledge listening, interviewing people, and, you know, there's things that we're practicing in our lives where we've gained advice from other people on this podcast as well. So
Perfect. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks JMoney.